It feels like we need to talk about something important. Silver must be discussed. Visit SD Bullion's online store to purchase precious metals. Visit sdbullion.com/new to purchase gold or silver instantly. It means the world to me that you tuned in. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, I'd like to address silver since I think it's important to clear up certain misconceptions. My reasons for buying it, loving it, and continuing to stack it up to this day are all things I'd like to discuss. By the way, I'm nearly finished building my stacker vault here. I need to finish up these 2 tubes and then I will have completed this. The 6 ounces that left will allow me to complete the second one I'm undertaking this year. I recently purchased them in my most recent video. Just in case you didn't catch it, we discuss a huge gold fraud happening right now. I'll provide a link to that video at the end of this one. People have been drawing comparisons between silver and cryptocurrency, which is something I've noticed online. I can see where they're coming from. After all, silver and cryptocurrencies are both seen as alternative investments. However, that's about it. Cryptos are well known to most of you. It's as if you're going to be content with having no possessions at all. To me, it's like a crypto casino. It seems to me like gambling. Despite my lack of cryptocurrency holdings, I can't help but wonder if there's any truth to the claims made about their decentralized nature. And the reason I don't own them is because I prefer to invest in something physical, like silver, whose value will remain constant regardless of market fluctuations. Really, I'm not in need of it. The internet is unnecessary for me. To spend my silver, I will not require an account. This is where it is. Silver, being a tangible metal, has served as a medium of exchange for countless generations and will continue to do so indefinitely. A bit overexcited. That flop was my fault. The thing is, I intend to discard this regardless. Cryptos, on the other hand, are an entirely artificial concept. The idea originated with humans. Silver, as a notion, is not created by humans. Additionally, I believe silver to be an asset class in which I might confidently advise others to invest. Your money is well protected here. However, it may not lead to financial independence. Is not the reason I purchase silver. That, I hope, is not your motivation for purchasing silver. In my opinion, a 10-fold increase in silver's price in the next few years is quite improbable. It is entirely possible, you know. It's theoretically feasible to purchase a large quantity of silver, wait for its price to rise, and then sell it for a tidy profit. However, this is not the reason I invest in silver. In fact, I don't believe it will happen. Another consideration is that a 10-fold increase in silver prices would likely indicate a severe depreciation of the dollar, which would lead to a 10-fold increase in the prices of all other commodities. So it's not like you're going to become filthy rich. Rather, you're going to keep the money you get from silver. Personally, I see it that way. Retaining wealth is the goal of this tool. A savings account is what this is. An insurance policy. Because I bought silver, my fortune will be safeguarded regardless of what occurs. I really hope that people aren't purchasing it with ulterior motives. I really hope you're not purchasing it with the expectation of becoming filthy rich from some YouTube video that said silver would soon be selling for $100 an ounce, $500 an ounce, or even $1,000 an ounce. Going ahead and closing the stacker vault there, I hope you're buying it because you've done your study and concluded this is a prudent approach to truly store wealth. This stacker vault is nearly complete. Just one more tube remains. 2 of these boxes are on my list of things to accomplish this year, and I'm almost there. Thus, I am thrilled. However, silver's price will rise and fall. It will rise, it will fall. Yesterday, I believe it fell. I am completely clueless as to what it will do today. On the other hand, those who claim to have a crystal ball view of the future of silver, gold, equities, the dollar, cryptocurrency, or any other asset class are completely mistaken. Just to clarify, they are making educated guesses. Everyone is left to speculate in the end. Additionally, I am uncertain as to whether the price of silver will decline tomorrow. If it's this week, next week, or even this year, it's just a game of guesswork from here. In fact, I had predicted that silver would reach $37.50 per ounce this year. Plus, we are standing by your side, we really are. Therefore, I am occasionally correct and occasionally incorrect, but ultimately I simply do not know. However, I believe that silver's price will rise. In my opinion, silver will keep rising in value relative to the dollar for the foreseeable future. Whether that's 10, 20, 30, 50, or even 100 years from now. The fact that these precious metals can be used as currency in any part of the globe is just one more reason why I invest in them. If you travel to a country that doesn't utilize the dollar, they might accept silver instead. Furthermore, if you have invested in silver, your wealth will remain intact, regardless of the future existence of the dollar. Lastly, I'd like to mention that silver is a lot of fun. Buying silver sets off a chain reaction in your brain. Dude, this is a big lug. It's visually stunning. Although there is a wide variety of patterns available, it deceives you into thinking you are purchasing an enjoyable item or investing money. You're essentially just saving money. But it's like getting a tiny rush of dopamine or something. How then can I enjoy shopping while simultaneously reducing my spending? I can't see doing it for many other pastimes. I don't know if it's fishing, working out, purchasing exercise gear, or perhaps you have a passion for basketball. A lot of the time, whether you buy shoes, equipment, or anything else, it just becomes worse and worse until it's basically useless. And then you just throw it away. Silver, on the other hand, is something you can buy, play with, keep, enjoy, and play with again and again. And it's always a pleasure to show off my various works to my loved ones, whether it's my children or extended relatives. Actually, I just celebrated my dad's birthday by giving him a beautiful piece of silver. Things like that can bring you delight for the rest of your life. Silver may be a good fit for you if you're the kind of person who enjoys treating themselves financially, but finds it difficult to rein in their spending habits. Putting money aside was a significant challenge for me for a long time. Then I'd want to go shopping, so I'd put it in my bank savings account. I would then transfer it to my checking account with a few taps on my phone and voila, it would go. When it comes to silver though, I prefer not to sell it after I buy it. For the life of me, I just want to hoard it and have more of it. In any case, I've determined that this is the most cost-effective strategy for me to employ when dealing with silver. So, to reiterate, I recommend investing in silver if you're having problems saving money. Simply put, it's a blast. Finally, one thing I want to mention regarding silver is that everyone may benefit from it. Unlike other investments, silver is a tangible asset. If you want to be a successful real estate investor, you need to know where to buy, how to fix up the property, when to sell, and which stocks to buy based on your prediction of which ones will perform well and which ones will tank. While certain investments necessitate extensive understanding, silver is one where such information is largely unnecessary. Just walk into a coin shop and ask for silver rounds. They'll likely give you a handful of buffalo rounds instead. I mean, that's pretty much it. You take the silver, put it somewhere safe, and watch out for harm. Actually, though, specific expertise is not required. In addition, I often publish movies in which I discuss the more technical, nerdy aspects of silver. However, 1 ounce is still 1 ounce. All of it is silver. It's a component. Am I correct? Therefore, the design on the coin or the round is irrelevant. Having physical silver in your possession is what matters most in the end. Being able to grasp it is important. I mean, that's pretty much it. You should not worry about losing your investment if you can keep it safe from theft, loss, or unauthorized access. The fear of forgetting my password is one of my main concerns when it comes to stuff like cryptos, at least before my account gets terminated. That has transpired on multiple occasions recently. Alternatively, I may not have access to energy or the internet at the time I require it. However, silver does not necessitate any of that. Silver does not involve any counterparty risk. To stay solvent, you do not require a government. To continue existing, a currency is not required. So, there's no need for it. To this day, I intend to keep my savings in precious metals like silver and gold, since I believe they are among the best and safest investments you can make. This will take time. You can't just acquire this and hold on to it for a few months or a year before selling it. I'm currently in the midst of year 8 of my plan to buy silver and hold it for decades. Next year will be year 9, which is weird to think about. But I remember when I first started, and I'm going to go on 9 years of buying silver without any regrets. The only thing I really regret is not saving more money and buying more silver when it was cheaper. I bought as much silver as I could when it was $14, $15, or $16 an ounce, but maybe I could have stocked up a bit more. Furthermore, I believe it is still low, given that silver is trading in the mid-30s today. In my opinion, it's going to hit new heights. The dollar doesn't seem to have much hope for the future, though I could be mistaken, as I mentioned earlier. For that reason, I anticipate great success for silver, beginning of this decade and continuing next. I am pleased with my purchase. I do not regret it. That was my intention in making this video, to dispel some of the common myths around silver. Feel free to use the comment area below to share any other information you may have. Much obliged for your time, and I'll see you in the future video. Dragons of Silver are released.